bring in another team member, chief meteorologist out of Fox 6 Milwaukee. That is going to be, of course, Tom Walks. He's going to join us for a Tom Tuesday. Tom, if you've been able to listen to our coverage, I mean, what a chaotic afternoon and evening. I want to get your insight truly on what's happening in the Midwest and northern Illinois. If we can, I want to show you the video out of Kankakee, a violent tornado, sadly, that was on the ground there for a long time.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, this is an incredible system that's happening right now. In fact, just got a report when that tornadic cell, Steve, was just southwest of Kankakee, 4-inch diameter hail to the size of softballs, which, again, usually you only get hail that size when you're talking about tornadoes, because that is how strong the winds are in the atmosphere. And you have been talking again, Steve, about what's going on in Illinois. And this is an incredible video here from Corey. And look at that tornado. Powerful, powerful tornado here. Not long ago, this is very close to Kankakee, Illinois. We are now hearing from the National Weather Service that this was as of about 5 minutes ago, that they suspect the tornado is still on the ground east of Aroma Park, Illinois, south of Sun River Terrace, and it's probably becoming rain wrap. So, Steve, you mentioned in the Oklahoma City tornado that is currently on the ground not far from Oklahoma City, that one may also be rain wrapped. Now, right here, you can see it was not rain wrapped. This is from Brandon Kopic here. Just an incredible view of this tornado in Illinois. So it can go through phases, right, where you end up seeing a massive tornado. I mean, this is just an absolutely massive tornado that you're seeing in front of you here that Brandon had in Illinois. But then sometimes it can be wrapped in rain. And this is why you saw a power flash there, too. This is why we always caution people, right? Do not go outside and try to look at this. Leave this to the trained storm spotters and storm chasers, because now with many of these tornadoes becoming rain wrapped, you're not going to be able to see them.
Tom, I want to ask you about something, because just the atmosphere where you are at, and even just a little further south, how wild that seems to me. When you look at the stationary boundary, I mean, you go about 20, 30 miles, and you could have a 40-degree temperature gradient, and that kind of sets the stage for this erratic behavior of these storms, where you could go from a violent supercell to a big flood event or a large hailmaker. We did have it just hit Chicago, but kind of give us some insight of what you kind of see broad view of the Midwest.
Absolutely. So I'll tell you, I'm here in Milwaukee, Steve. It is 38 degrees right now, and we hit a record high yesterday in the 70s. I mean, think about that. Now we have thunderstorms popping on the other side of the Illinois state line. That's going to head into southern Wisconsin, not with a tornado threat, but with a hail threat, as you mentioned there. Then you head down to Chicago, where they've been in the 30s in the city. Then you go down to St. Louis, where it's in the 80s, right? And so that warm front, kind of like we saw in Michigan, right? Last Friday with that tornado riding the warm front, this is a very dangerous atmospheric environment, Steve, where the wind shear, you've got the heat, you have all of the dynamics are in place for strong tornadoes in the warm sector and along the warm front. That's what we're dealing with in that area. And then locally for us, just within the last 10, 15 minutes, we're starting to see storms really get going right along the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. And we've got to watch for hail for that around here later on tonight.
And Tom, if you can believe it, we might be talking again tomorrow night, you and the team, as we look at a winter component. A lot to unpack. Tom, thank you so much for being with us tonight. We got to go because there's a lot of storms to track. Tom, you're great, my friend, and we appreciate your insight on these storms. By the way,